A person who was entering the property said that there's potential public order offences that have been reported. Therefore, I can require your details so that that can be investigated.
No.
I'd like to do that rather than arrest you so that we can deal with it now.
No.
Right from the first second, the tone is set. A police officer steps forward with authority and aggression, presenting a false ultimatum: give me your details or I can arrest you. No build-up, no context. Just pure pressure, and before you can even blink, the narrator drops you straight into the heart of the conflict, the police alleging a potential public order offense. A word so flimsy, it reveals the whole problem. They don't know what happened, but they want power anyway. The officer fumbles through legal jargon, trying to justify demanding ID while the auditor holds his ground. This opening hits fast, a clash of rights versus authority, confidence versus coercion. And just when you think the officer might back down, he doubles down, repeating the same shaky line, "I'd prefer not to arrest you," which is exactly what someone says when arrest isn't actually an option. This is the hook, the moment you instantly feel the tension rising and realize this encounter is about to unravel in a very uncomfortable way for the officers involved.
Details or I can arrest you.
Yeah.
So that.
What's the details? Can I have your name and address? Name and
Identify
number,
yourself, please.
officer.
Can you grab my phone
You
so that I can?
You've just seen us outside the police station.
Can you identify yourself,
Right.
please?
Can I explain why I've stopped you?
No. Answer my colleagues' questions. Thank
Identify
you.
yourself, please.
A person who was entering the property said that there's potential public order offences that have been reported. Therefore, I can require your details so that that can be investigated.
No.
I'd like to do that rather than arrest you so that we can deal with it now.
Well, I'm
So
not
let me just
committed a crime.
confirm.
Can you identify yourself, please?
You've not done that so far. Are you a constable or are you in prison?
I am 11733.
Sorry?
11733.
As the first officer struggles to justify his approach, backup arrives. The second officer steps into frame with a completely different angle. People felt intimidated, says, and suddenly, you can feel the shift. They're no longer talking about crimes, they're talking about feelings. A red flag in any lawful stop. The auditors push back immediately, calm but firm. The officers, however, cling desperately to the vague report from an unnamed individual, someone who supposedly felt intimidated by a camera from a distance. This section is where the viewer sees the pressure tactic clearly. The officers aren't building a case based on law, they're building one based on emotion, hoping the auditors cave and hand over their details, but they don't. And that's when the tension begins to snowball.
Three. On police. Can you have my number? Thank you. So at the moment I'm going to talk to this officer here because he's the one who's approached us at the moment.
Possible public order offence.
For what? For
I'm
standing
just trying
outside
to-
the gate? No, I don't think so.
No, just due to an interaction you had with them. That's the report I've got from them.
What interaction?
You also get to report and tell me what you want. So
We don't want to
that's
say
fair
nothing,
enough.
thank you.
There you go. If you don't want to say
No
anything,
comment.
but they did want to say something. So
Well,
unfortunately, when a crime is
It's not a
reported,
crime.
that
Public
gives me
order is not a
powers
crime.
to A, stop and detain you, to deal with that crime, and if required, arrest you.
Yeah,
My colleague now is just taking those details.
that's a load of crap, I think.
And once I know more about the report, I'll be able to tell you more. However, until then, I'm going to take some details.
No, thank you. Not until we know more details, at
Okay.
least.
You've been threatening people, we've been intimidating people to come
No,
in
I
by
mean, that's
faces.
a lie.
They felt
That's a
intimidated
lie.
by it.
Well,
They don't want to, they didn't ask for it.
Are you the feeling police then, are you?
The feelings police.
The feeling, yeah, because they feel intimidated, you have to
People
deal
feel
with it.
intimidated and threatened by it, and they don't like it.
Well, that's their problem, not mine.
If
or
some people
yours.
intimidated you, you want us to investigate,
No,
wouldn't you?
no, because I've already been through that one, and they didn't do anything about it. Right,
That's
so
you. But other people, if they feel
no, the
threatened or
police didn't do
intimidated,
anything about it.
they'd want us to speak to them on that.
Because
That's
it's
what
the
we're doing.
police, you're doing something about it. And we haven't committed a crime. There's no law against us filming
No,
outside.
I'm not saying
so,
there's law against you filming.
so we haven't committed any crime.
I don't mind you filming, crack on.
And we're filming from a distance, and there's evidence of that on my camera, his camera,
their
and
feelings
cameras
don't come
like
into
that.
it. Their feelings don't come into it.
Why not?
Because they're police. You have
says they're
you have a
police?
higher tolerance.
Who says they're police?
They're control staff, whatever.
Who says they're police?
They work for the police.
It is. The moment everything flips, the officer reaches for a power he absolutely does not have. Quoting Section 19 of PACE as if it gives him the right to seize cameras on a public road. Instantly, the temperature spikes. This isn't just confusion anymore. It's a critical legal blunder. The officer claims the footage is evidence. He claims he can seize it on the spot. He even tries to justify it with vague wording, hoping authority alone will make it stick. But the auditors aren't having it. They know exactly what Section 19 is, and this is where the officer's confidence starts to fracture. This is the most suspenseful moment of the entire encounter. A uniformed officer attempting to misuse a premises-based seizure power in the middle of the street. While the auditors calmly, confidently stand their ground, you can feel the tension crackling. This is the moment everything could have boiled.
Control staff were the police. Some of them were police. Some of them were police
How do you know?
because they showed their ID badge.
They might have been a police case. There could be a civilian member of staff.
Well,
You don't have to find line.
they still have a high tolerance
How do you know that?
because I do. You have
you do.
if I swear, if I keep swearing and swearing, you can't do me for it because you have a higher tolerance.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Under Section 5 of the Public Order Act,
You have a higher tolerance
can.
if I'm swearing to you than I was
You don't
swearing
know
to
who
public.
you're talking to there, do you?
Okay.
I wasn't talking to
You
nobody.
don't know who they are.
I wasn't talking to nobody.
You're putting the cameras in front of their faces. You don't know who they are.
That's a
The
total
lady
lie.
spoke to me, so in interaction I filmed it, which I'm not allowed to do.
Yeah.
So there is no crime here whatsoever.
If they're intimidated by it, they will-
okay,
they
but
will-
under Section 19 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, when a crime is reported, and I can
It's
see you
not a
waiting
crime.
already, I can take and seize any articles that may provide evidence of an
And
offence.
then I'll sue you.
So,
And me.
as I'm saying, you're saying you've recorded it, therefore that almost makes, I can 100% guarantee there's evidence on those machines.
But we didn't do anything.
Okay, so let us just have a chat.
Exactly.
Let's see what was going to happen. Okay, and we'll get to the bottom of it. We're not being argumentative with you.
You are,
We're
'cause
telling
you're trying to,
we were trying to leave. I
we
didn't have an
told-
issue.
We
Hang
were
on.
trying to leave and you
Hang
stopped
on,
us.
and I didn't have an issue.
Exactly.
However, prior
That's
to
the
me
issue.
leaving,
My issue.
someone reported and told us via the radio that they said that you were aggressive towards them.
Rubbish. That's lie.
Hang on,
Go and tell them the lie and
Does
do
it-
them for lying to the police.
hang
then.
on, hang
You
on.
felt intimidated, all right?
No, they said we.
Sorry, intimidated, aggressive and intimidated. Okay.
Well, what an aggressive,
listen,
that's a lie.
Listen,
And
you're
you got-
interrupting me now.
Now cornered by their own misunderstanding of the law, the officers start shifting tactics. Suddenly, the original allegation changes from intimidation to aggression. We see exactly what's happening. It's a moving target. An attempt to justify detaining the auditors after the seizure power failed, the auditors immediately call it out as a lie. And you can see the officer stumble. As he tries to keep the narrative together, this segment is filled with back and forth intensity. The officers trying to reframe the situation, the auditors dismantling each claim in real time, and the entire conversation balancing on a knife's edge. It's a perfect storm of pressure, resistance, and exposed inconsistencies. One of those moments where you realize just how fragile the officers' justification really is.
Then get to come and ask you and say that's what's been said. You get your chance to tell me.
Well, that's a lie.
Okay.
We
Nasty
didn't
character,
do.
mate. Him.
That's a lie.
But when a criminal offence is being alleged, and one has, we are entitled to do that.
Look at that ugly face he's got. Do you feel offended by that? You shouldn't do. Just let them get on with what they've got to do.
So why didn't you stop outside the gate instead of stopping there?
That'd be more
Because we
appropriate.
didn't get told until we got there. But thank you very much for.
I bet that's a bit of a porky pie. Literally porky.
So can I report a crime?
If it's genuine.
Yeah.
If it's genuine.
I feel intimidated. And, you know, I feel that you're being aggressive, so I'd like to report that.
Okay.
That's not reporting a crime, that's reporting a complaint.
What's a crime? You just said it was a crime.
After the heated exchange, everything slows down. But the tension doesn't fade. Instead, it lingers. We watch the officer stall, waiting for something, anything, to justify escalating further. Music echoes in the background, adding a surreal calm to a situation that feels ready to snap. The auditors remain calm. No details given. No admissions. No backing down. And the officers. You can sense the frustration settling in. They've run out of legal angles, and now they're simply occupying space, hoping compliance magically appears. This is the classic audit holding pattern. The moment the police realize the person they stopped knows more about the law than they do, it's a psychological victory and a silent one.
You saw us down in outside the station when we was out there, but you didn't want to stop us because it's raining. You got in your little car, you left, let us do what we wanted to do, go home, or go at the next location, and you got in your car, and you thought you'd be Cliff and that to waste our time, but it ain't really waste our time, is it?
I appreciate your opinion.
That's my opinion.
Okay, again, so as I said, and typically it's now going to get noisier.
Yeah,
as I said, a crime was alleged. I'm going to ask you again, will you provide me with your details? I'll apologise, I couldn't hear your answer due to the loudness of that machine.
No problem. Yeah, no thank you.
You said no? No. I still can't hear you.
No.
No, thank you.
We haven't committed a crime.
Exactly.
Well, unfortunately, you're entitled to your opinion, but when one is alleged, I'm entitled to mine.
With the situation slipping away, the officer makes one final desperate attempt. He asks again for details loudly as a street sweeper rumbles past, giving him an excuse to reset the conversation. It's a last-ditch effort, a final hope that repetition might succeed where authority has failed. But the auditor's response is simple, clear, unshakable. No, thank you. This moment is incredibly telling. If the officers truly believed arrest was necessary, it would have happened long before this point. Instead, they're retrying the same line in different packaging. This is where the bluff becomes undeniable.
At the police station, it's over there. Right, and we left there. We was walking by. Now this car's just approached us. It's obviously a police vehicle. And it's the armed police outside Cold Harbour.
I think I've met before somewhere else.
Police station.
On another occasion, and they've got intentions to go to another location after this.
Yeah, I'm going back home. The next location for me, bed.
Okay, there'll be a report made and we've got your descriptions, okay?
Yeah.
Lovely.
We've done is on camera as well.
You felt you'd done some work today for the public. Got my description, our descriptions. No one's offended at police station.
Enjoy your days.
Enjoy your day.
You too.
Thank you very much for the photography. It's not crime in public. Now make sure they remember that in a minute. Get their fucking numpay off that business. How dare they even chase, right?
And finally, the turning point, the officers retreat. No arrests, no details, no seizure. Just a quiet walk back to the patrol vehicle. But the auditors aren't finished. They capture the license plate standard procedure for complaints and accountability in the closing. Narration dismantles every misused power and every flawed claim made during the encounter. It's a perfect ending. A clean breakdown of what went wrong, why it matters, and how important it is to document these interactions. The officers entered confident, but they leave exposed. And the auditors, they walk away without a scratch, their rights intact, and their footage stronger than ever.